Now you might think it's quite easy. You go home, you switch on your PC, you connect to the internet, but how does that PC get built? It's quite a sophisticated and complicated process. I'm wearing a special jacket. This is an anti-static jacket, and we've got special things on our shoes as well. Because of the static, you don't want the electricity interfering with the components that go into the computer. So let's go and check out, what does it take to make a PC? Follow me. All the components are coming down this production line, and they're basically just double checked over here. From here, it goes down to the main production line where all the pieces are put together with the computer box. You'll see that there's no computer box over here. The computer box is coming down the line. And once the computer box comes out of the production line, all of these components that we see over here are put onto that computer box, and then at the end of the production line we actually see the finished product an hour and 10 minutes later. Now what happens is those components are married to a box. So you'll see all of these boxes over here. Now what we need to do is get the boxes together with all the components and actually build the PC. So we're going to be heading over to Eric, who's going to show us how to build the PC.
Open both sides. This, and then this is an empty case. Inside the case, we find the power code. Here's the motherboard.
So the motherboard is the heart of the computer, eh?
Yes, the heart of the computer. And the heart of the computer is going to consist of the CPU. I'm going to pick out the CPU for you. We find our CPU in this kind of envelope, and then open the envelope.
So the CPU is the actual chip on the device, okay? And this is what it looks like. This is what basically drives the computer. A very sophisticated piece of technology that is really, without this, the computer wouldn't exist. So you'll see every single device that goes into the computer, you've got to scan it with a barcode. The barcode then confirms on the computer system that it is in fact the right component that's supposed to go into it. If it's not the right component, you cannot continue making the computer any further from this point.
Now building my machine.
Right, let's have a look. So now we've confirmed all the components. We're now going to start building the PC. And let's see how easy it is or how difficult it is. But anybody that's opened a computer that's broken down at some time, you open up the box and you see all the cables, you say, oh, I'm not touching this. It's a tough job. It's not as easy as what you think it is. I'm here with Portia. Portia, you're doing the final testing, right? What exactly are you doing?
First, you have to check the machine that the assemblers are putting the component exactly the way they have to put it. And then you have to check the hard drive. You don't have to connect the hard drive when you flash the BIOS. You just put the power and then check if the cables are not connected to the fan, and then check if there's anything that it might interrupt in here. But everything, I think it's
so everything
okay.
Looks okay on this PC,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
So is this connected up here to this computer over here?
With the monitor.
So what are you going to do now?
After that, and then you switch on the machine, and then we are using a LAN to flash the motherboard. Then you go to BIOS, and then you flash the machine, you update the BIOS. Then it comes here, you perform the BIOS. If it's Intel board, you perform the BIOS.
How long does this take to do here?
15 to 30 minutes, it depends on the motherboard.
And how many computers do you make every single day?
30.
Wow. Do you go home and dream of computers?
No.
Thank you for your time. Well done.
Thank you.
So after this whole process of putting the components together, getting the box, putting the screws in, plugging the wires in, doing the testing, uploading the operating system, and making sure that that PC is all running perfectly, it comes down to this production line over here, where it now gets packaged, cleaned up, boxed up, and then off it goes to the customer. It's as simple as that. In an hour and 10 minutes, you have a brand new PC that's been produced.
Eyewitness News in In touch, in tune, and independent.